We made a tier list of all the monkeys, and we're going to try to beat chimps with only the worst ones. That means we have top path Druids, bottom path Boats and Elks, and Obyn Greenfoot. And because so many people said that Quincy was worse than Obyn, we'll try it with him too. I started both runs off with a Druid in this orange, quadrilateral, and then work towards our heroes. There are nice benefits to both of these guys, as Obyn will help out our Druids and also provide a ton of early game popping power, while Quincy will be used mainly for camos and mob damage. After we got our heroes down, we bought just about the same monkeys in both runs. This included buying 2 more Druids and getting them to 3/2/0s so they can stall ceramics while also making Regrow Farms impossible, as they'll strip that property. We also got 4 boats to pop all the camo balloons, and we upgraded our first Druid to a 4/0/2. This is the most important monkey of both runs because our biggest problem will be camos, as alchemists can't see them and there's no way that bottom path bucks will be able to stop DDTs. So that leaves us with one option, the Superstorm Druid, because somehow he gets camo detection with his tier 5 upgrade. I'm not complaining, I just don't see that anywhere in his upgrade description. And we want this guy to attack as fast as possible, so we made him a 4/0/2, as Heart of Vengeance gives him a plus 10% attack speed boost even in chimps. But it was at this point where the 2 runs diverged. You see, Obyn's run needed way more camo detection, so we had to get 5 more grape shot bucks just to stand a chance. Luckily, this plus spamming wall of trees was enough to scrape by. And while that was going on, we got pretty cocky in the Quincy run and upgraded one of our boats to a merchantman just to flex on the balloons. After that, we added 2 acidic mixer dip alchemists to the fray for some extra ceramic and mob damage, and then we were hit with round 78. The camo ceramics at the end of the round were too much for our boats to handle, and we couldn't afford a superstorm yet, so we had to rely on our heroes. Quincy's was pretty simple. We just had to use his rapid shot on the BFB and then time his arrow storm for the camo ceramics. Easy peasy. Though right after this, I had to upgrade a Druid to a 4/2/0 to stop round 79's Regrow Farm, something that I'd already thought I countered with a 3/2/0 Druids, but I guess not. Anyway, Obyn's round 78 was much more of a challenge, as the only way he could help out was with his brambles and trees, but the camo ceramics were blowing right through them. So after several attempts, this is what I came up with. We had to place this wall of trees at the very start of the round, but far enough into the track that only the camo ceramics would get to it. These camos would bust right through, but I retargeted Obyn's trees for even further down the track, and it came off cooldown just in time to eat a bunch more ceramics. After 2 tree walls and some brambles, the boats were barely able to clean up, but we were off to the races. Additionally, I had already upgraded one of my Druids to a 4/2/0, as I had learned from Quincy's run that I needed it to stop the regrows. Then we coasted to a Superstorm Druid in both runs, getting on round 84 with Quincy and 85 with Obyn. This was enough to solo for a while, so we got a little overconfident and purchased a lead to gold, a rubber to gold, and in Quincy's case, we upgraded our boats even more. I really wanted to win with a trade Empire, but the bad was quickly approaching, and that's the one round that our Superstorm can't solo. So we plopped down 13 more Druids of various tiers to help out, and this, combined with Quincy's abilities, were more than enough to take out the bad. I wish it was that easy with Obyn though. After Quincy's struggles, I knew Obyn's run would be even harder, as he basically doesn't help against the bad, so I saved a ton of money by not upgrading the boats for no reason, and instead spent it on a few Druids. And by a few Druids, I mean many Druids, all buffed by AMDs. And as funny as this is, it was barely enough to pop the bad. But just like that, we took down chimps with only the worst monkeys.